Hi, this is Kevin from the Magic Our Way podcast, and you're listening to the BS Podcast Network.
Hey, this is Susan Egan, Broadway's original Belle in Beauty and the Beast and the voice of Megara in Disney's Hercules. And you're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast with Wonder Boys, Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Lee. And they are a real slice.
Jumbo, everyone!
Harambe!
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast. They are truly magical and whatnot.
Stunt, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana, in the United States of America. We are artistic buffs talking about Disney stuff. And this is the show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. For this episode, we present another episode of Did You Notice? Hollywood Studios, brought to you by our very own Lee. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
And on this show, we follow the Disney concept of edutainment, where you focus on your entertainment, and along the way, you just might learn a thing or two.
Hey.
And as always, to join in our discussion, we have a resident comic genius from ivorycomics.com, Mr. Eli Ivory. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. How you gentlemen doing this good Saturday?
We are comfortable.
Doing good, man. I got my thinking cap on, ready to learn.
I noticed.
Love to learn.
I like to get educated.
I do like to learn. You know, the mind is a terrible thing, and it must be stopped. So let's go ahead.
The mind must be stopped?
You ever heard that joke, that Sinbad joke, when he used to say, like, you know...
yeah.
Yeah.
A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Mind is a terrible thing to waste.
That's
So they
right.
used to say, mind is a terrible thing, must be stopped.
That went over about as well as a Sinbad joke.
That pretty much did. That's probably why he's not working no more.
Hey.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey.
He's on Cameo.
Anybody
$40.
buying him?
$40.
I might have him kind of spin a basketball like he did in a different world, but, you know, other than that. Ready to learn, though, sir.
Ready to learn. And another person ready to dispense that learning is our resident travel agent for Magical Moments Vacations, the Shaggy TA, Lee Lastavica. Hey, Lee.
Hey, man, what a difference a week makes. I'm here with no jacket, you know, walking the dog outside, ain't got to worry about slipping on ice. It's an amazing thing, man. Glad to be back.
You doing it all right up there?
Yeah.
Down here, yes. We're
Down
doing
there?
Over there?
Round there?
Over there.
How
To
is
the left
Planet?
there.
How is Planet Houston doing these days?
Houston.
Hoth, also known as Hoth. No, it's much better now. I mean, especially by the time this comes out, we will have all, you know, be out there wearing shorts and flip-flops by the time this comes out.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent.
Show the city your toes.
That's right.
We're already to have like a telethon or something for y'all. Like get Bono over there and sing a song for y'all. Get people to donate, but y'all, never mind, y'all
We
fine.
are the Texans. We are the ones.
They're freaking cold.
We are the ones whose pipes burst because we are not prepared for this shit.
And they're not on the grid and all shit kind of crazy.
And after Ted Cruz, that's just, yeah.
Cruised on out of here. It's all good.
Happy Ted Cruz.
That man went on a cruise.
And of course, with bells strapped on, we welcome back once again to the Fat City Studios our very own Officer Mohican, Kirk. How you doing, Kirk?
Oh, them bells were heavy. Right along with Danny's nuts that I happily brought into the studio to enjoy.
I'm glad you're happy about bringing Daddy's nuts.
Man,
That's a big thing to say.
How many times I have to say the off-air jokes don't work as well on air?
Well, I mean, but neither
Popped into my head. I looked up. I saw him sitting right there.
it's in
Gotta bring him up.
context now, you know.
It's all in context. Yes,
It's all in context.
I have a gigantic.
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 It is gigantic.
Gigantic.
My nuts are gigantic, and they are in this large container that was sitting on my
they're
kitchen
raw.
table. And
They're raw, Danny. They're raw.
Very raw, no salt whatsoever, very clean. And my neighbor decided to paint on it D's nuts, D''S for Danny nuts. And God, man, as soon as Kevin and Kirk saw my nuts, they went ape and just have been helping themselves.
We went
to
ape and ate those
yeah,
nuts.
That you did. You gobbled those nuts.
There, I gobbled them up.
Mm-hmm.
Put them in my mouth and swallowed it.
Yeah, so we didn't want you to think you pulled off Daddy's nuts. You just eat the jar that had these nuts. on the lid.
That's how I roll.
That's it. Hardcore, baby.
Rolled them right in my mouth. I did.
Did you notice these
I got a
nuts?
jar that says
There you
Lee's
go.
nuts.
Lee's nuts.
Lee's nuts. Did you leave a bag of nuts here last time?
Are they
you
raw
was
like Danny's?
No,
Yeah.
they're probably unhealthy, salted.
Oh no.
Yeah.
here? Got some hair on it.
All the preservatives?
Yeah, all the extra preservatives.
So Danny's nuts are like the Mexican Coke of nuts.
Oh.
As opposed to
Right.
yours, which has that high fructose whatever.
Oh,
Mine are like
puro.
the store brand
Yes.
Puro nuts.
Puro nuts. That's right.
Dr. K.
Dr. King.
Well, Mohicans, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome once again our listeners on Amazon Music, Audible, and Ghana, who we just sent out our stream to. So hopefully you've subscribed us, found us there, and are enjoying our Disney-ness through your ears on those platforms. Ghana. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, we present another episode in our series of Did You Notice? Did you know this? Did you notice? Something like that. And talking about Hollywood Studios. Lee, which part of the park are we exploring today, sir?
All right, guys. So we are going to tour Echo Lake, the whole area there around just, Hollywood and Vine, that little area, the lake, the Star Tours, Indiana Jones, that whole little area there. And then we're going to go back later and explore some of the other side of Echo Lake over by Commissary Lane on another show.
Commissary. Echo, echo, echo.
Is there an echo for real?
No, there's no echo for real.
Okay. Oh, no,
he's
echo.
just
Got
setting
it.
the
Sorry.
mood.
I'm a little
I'm
slow.
setting the mood. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because on an old map, Echo Lake used to be an ear, so that's kind of appropriate, isn't it?
Ah, that's true.
That's right, because at the biggest hidden Mickey used to be there, but now it's kind of
Oh, spoilers,
anyway,
spoilers,
that's right.
spoilers.
Oh, spoilers! Oh, snap!
We haven't gotten to that
Oh,
yet.
snap! Anyway, let me end this, guys. Enough of my spoiler-filled jibber jabber. Let's go discuss some Echo Lake magic.
Thank you for that non-copyrighted intro, sir.
You're welcome. It feels very Hollywoodish, but not really Hollywood.
It is very Hollywoodish.
Yes.
Hollywood. Hollywood.
Hollywoodish.
Okay, guys, so we are here again talking about Hollywood Studios. We are inside the studios, and we're going to do the next round of Did You Notice or Did You Know This? The series in which we take you behind the scenes and point out all the little things that you may or may not know about the Hollywood Studios, or you may or may not have noticed inside Hollywood Studios. And again, today we're centering around the Echo Lake area.
Lake.
And we finished up at the Keystone Clothiers building, and we're going to kind of pick up things from there. But before we get started, let's talk about Echo Lake itself. One thing you may not know is where we got the name Echo Lake and why that area is important to Hollywood. So let's start there. Echo Lake was originally a reservoir that was designated to provide drinking water for that area in California. It actually didn't even have a name. It was just called Reservoir Number 4.
What about the first three reservoirs? Where were they?
They're just hanging out, chilling.
Okay. Because that's like Mambo number 5. I've never heard Mambos 1 through 4. I was wondering if we know anything about reservoirs 1 through 3. Okay.
Well, all the dogs went to them. That's what happened.
When they let the dogs out?
No, the reservoir dogs.
All right, Mr. Pink.
And that'll be the most awesome waveform ever when you're editing.
That's it.
Oh, man. All right, so after the Silver Lake Reservoir was built, basically this reservoir was no longer needed. It was drained, turned over to the city. It was then converted into a city park in 1891 under the orders from the mayor, who wanted to turn the park into what would basically be the envy of any other city. You know, he wanted to have this massive park that everyone would be jealous of. Now, while the architect, Joseph Henry Tomlinson, was supervising the reconstruction, he heard what he thought were the voices of his construction crew behind him. He turned around, they weren't there. And it turns out they were actually across the basin. The lake itself has a very natural echo, which is where we get the name Echo Park, Echo Lake, because of the echo across the basin.
What if it wasn't an echo? What if Joseph Henry Tomlinson was really just hearing voices?
Haunted Lake.
That's what I was thinking.
No, like he's like a schizo. You know, like somebody, like a lot of murderers have like these 3 names, like Joseph Henry Tomlinson, Lee Harvey Oswald,
yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Schizo Lake.
What if he became like the Hillside Strangler or something?
The Echo Lake Killer?
Right, the Echo Lake Killer. That would be awesome.
He thought like, yeah, because all the construction people are talking, and he's thinking that they're talking about him, but they probably really are.
Talking about you.
Yeah. Like, man, our boss is creepy as shit. You see the way he was looking at us the other day, licking his lips? I heard you.
You.
Man, if that had happened, then we'd be talking about the Echo Lake in Universal Studios. But as it turns out, it's in Disney.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank goodness for that.
I am feeling safer now.
So
I am massive.
we're glad Mr. Tomlinson did not go kill anybody
And hear voices.
and hear voices.
That we know of.
That we know of.
No, yeah.
He was a great football player.
We don't know how many people are buried in the,
Oh, yeah, that's
the
right.
bottom of Echo Lake.
Wrong Tomlinson. I'm sorry. I apologize. My bad.
We only go so far.
Yes.
Echo Lake could be freaking Crystal Lake for all we know.
Crystal.
Yeah, he echoed too, though. So there you go.
All right, so this area became the original hub of the film industry before it shifted to Hollywood. The most famous studio located in the Echo Park area was Keystone Studios, which, of course, gave us Charlie Chaplin and produced the Keystone Cop series of films.
Yeah.
My idols.
And, yeah.
What'd you say?
I mean, Echo,
My idols.
Your idols were the Keystone Cops?
Oh, Charlie Chaplin.
No, Keystone Cops. That's why I became one.
Really?
No. It didn't do a lot to make cops look good.
I did. I mean, I never really watched it, so I wasn't really sure. So
Think of Police Academy, but a lot more bungling.
Yeah. A lot more slapstick humor.
Bungling.
Like if the Three Stooges were cops.
Waka waka waka. Yeah,
they're like pull
twirl
on each
little
other's
batons.
nose and like boom, 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 like that. Hit each other with
They twirl
batons.
little batons and stuff. And coppers and
Maybe, you might cheer some people up there before you go arrest them, Kurt. You know?
You would think so, huh?
Like, watch it. Do. You still on arrest, though. You know?
That might solve a lot of our problems if cops were a little bit more comedic.
Yeah, maybe so.
Maybe I should teach that in the Police Academy.
put these cuffs.
Put these cuffs on yourself.
here, stand on one leg and count backwards. You suck at that.
Paint the handcuffs on neon colors and shit. Like that. Make it look good.
I'm sure y'all wanted to say
Yeah.
That would have been funny, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah,
think
you
that
could
was
try
hilarious.
to-
I mean, make people feel good even though you throw them in jail.
Yeah.
Be more like the Super Troopers, man. What is that? What's that
Go ahead,
name?
Meow.
of it? The
Meow.
Go ahead, Meow.
Yeah. Those guys were awesome. You don't see them getting in trouble every other week.
Now, with Echo Park playing such an important part in the motion picture industry, it is perfect to include this area in Hollywood studios. Now, did you know this? The Pacific Electric Railway red cars had a line which ran through Echo Park. And that, of course, ties back to the previous show where we talked about the Trolley Car Cafe, which is located on Hollywood Boulevard.
No, that's cool,
pretty
man.
cool, man.
Yeah. Hey, look, you know what? Did you know this? It's appropriate that in the park it's called Echo Lake because, like, at one time it was like the biggest hidden Mickey. And y'all probably knew this, right? A lot of Disney fans probably know this. But if you look at old maps of the Disney MGM Studios, there was a big Mickey that was kind of upside down in the park, right? There was one ear here, one ear there. The little courtyard in front of the Chinese theater was mostly his face. And, like, Echo Lake was one of the ears. So it was like, oh, that's even perfect because you hear with your ears the echo.
Ah.
Yeah.
The way it all ties in together,
It
man.
does.
It all makes sense.
It's so thick.
But you got to dig for that context.
I got thick ears and I cannot lie.
Yeah.
What I like about it is like because you see a little island in Echo Lake, and the actual Echo Lake has itself a little island, and the fountain exact same way. I mean, it's really kind of cool that they gave us like this little miniature version of Echo Lake. They did a lot of filming at Echo Lake in California as well. I mean, they shot a lot of the Charlie Chaplin stuff over there. There's even talk that one of the exteriors for Gilligan's Island was shot there.
Oh,
So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's neat.
It was only a 3-hour tour, though. So
No. Yeah.
You know, next time we visit Disneyland, we're going to have to see all these places now.
yeah, we could do like a one-day going tour, the whole LA area. That'd be cool.
When would that be?
Let's see.
Whenever they decide to open, I guess.
2022.
I have money saved up by then. That's cool.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Right on. All right. Where are we going to next?
All right. Now, before we get into the meat of it, let's cover the streets like we did on the Hollywood Boulevard show. There's 3 different streets that are located in this area, which have tiebacks to California. So the first is Vine Street. Just like in the actual Hollywood, Vine Street and Disney Hollywood Studios intersects with Hollywood Boulevard, so Hollywood and Vine. The intersection of Hollywood and Vine was once the symbol of Hollywood itself. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is centered on this intersection in L.A.
So you're saying that Hollywood and Vine are well-known intersexuals?
Yes. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Gotcha.
Well, it's like that's where you wanted to be discovered.
Yeah.
Intersexuals.
Whatever you want, man.
That's where it's happening. That's the Walk of Fame, intersexual land.
Sexual.
Healy.
Chocolate.
There's also Keystone Street. This short street branches off of Vine and runs right behind Keystone Clothiers and it ends in front of Peavy's Polar Pipeline. Keystone Studios, as we mentioned earlier, was founded in 1912 and is one of the first major film studios in Hollywood, known for producing some of the best-known comedies of the silent film era, including, of course, the Keystone Cops. And Charlie Chaplin got his start and created the character of the Tramp at Keystone Studios.
Nice.
So that's Keystone Street.
Hey, is Polar Pipeline where the frozen Cokes are?
Yes, we are definitely going to talk about that.
Did you say
are we?
Did you say Paula Poundstone? What'd you say?
Now, she's an intersexual.
Yeah, definitely an intersexual.
Yes. Oh no, I said Polar Pipeline.
Oh, Polar. Okay. I heard Paula Poundstone. I don't know why.
I know. I thought it was Pervy's Polar Pipeline.
Pervy?
That would be a different kind of frozen thing.
At first, that's what I thought.
The last street is Echo Park Drive, and this street surrounds Echo Lake. There's not an actual matching street in California, but there is Echo Park Avenue that runs along the east side of Echo Park. So those are the three major streets in this area.
You know, Echo Park Drive. Now you bring it up. It just circles around Echo Park Lake, like you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the original guide map, do you know that they call that area Lakeside Circle?
Yeah.
Lakeside. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was really kind of interesting. I don't know when they officially went with Echo Park Drive, but I think it at one point in time was meant to be Lakeside Circle.
Something corrupt happened. That's what changed it, probably.
There was a drive-by shooting on Lakeside, and they were like, no, we need to change the...
We need to change the perception of this
Lakeside?
avenue right here. The Lakeside gangsters are creating too much havoc.
I got that Lakeside tatted on my chest. Can you feel me?
All right, so before we jump into it, there was one small thing we missed on the last show, on the Hollywood Boulevard show, that Kirk brought to my attention, so thank you for that, Kirk. On the right next to the Aztec Theater with the ATM machine, that little entrance there, if you notice, there's a sign outside, and this is for the sights and sounds. Now, there you'll see a marquee with a woman who's singing into a microphone, and then above you'll see the word that says you ought to be in pictures. The sign tells us that the name of the business is Sights and Sounds. Now, if you look on the door, it has, the stenciled lettering, and it says Sights and Sound Acting and Voice Lessons, and then it lists the following patrons. Yul M. Pressum, who's the master thespian, Singer B. Flat, who's the voice coach, and Bill Moore, who is, of course, the account executive. Yeah, cool little puns, little play on words, something you might not have noticed. But did you know that there's a reason that sign is there? When the park first originally opened, there was actually a store called Sights and Sounds where you could record your own music videos. This shop was sponsored by Sella Productions, which was a music development and publishing company. But the shop only lasted about a year, but the sign is still there. So there actually used to be a shop there that you could visit and, make your own videos. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, I was right next to Playa Productions.
Playa.
You got Sella and Playa. It's great.
Yeah, see, I think they just showed up a little too early because now in this age of reality television and stuff, they would have made a killing if they'd have just reopened that back up.
Well,
maybe not, because you could just do it yourself on your phone.
It's true. Kids, just in case you didn't know, a music video was something that used to play on MTV. And it was music.
What's an MTV?
What channel?
Music television. They play nothing but reality now. I don't know if you guys know that. So anybody younger that has no idea what the music video is, they put music to videos.
Yeah.
And you see the star in there. It's great.
And your MTV Raps. Thank you.
And Road Rules. Nina Blackwood.
Oh, Nina Blackwood, man. She was good, man. You know who I like? Who was that? Duff, man. Oh, Duff was
Duff.
hot.
Yeah, Duff was rocking.
Oh, Martha Quinn.
Oh, yeah. Everybody loved Martha. Yeah, she was like the lead singer of the Bangles.
She was like the girl next door.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Oh,
God. How could you forget her?
Voluptuous.
Oh, my.
Kurt Loder, the dad of the bunch.
Oh, Kurt Loder, yeah. Adam Curry was one of them, too.
That's true, huh?
Mm-hmm. He was. He was a DJ. VJ is what they call it. VJ. Not an Indian name. VJ.
Gotcha. Not to be confused with.
Yeah, because I mean they don't know what a VJ is.
That's right.
They assume that's like, oh, it's some dude from India. Nope.
That's fair. Good.
I had a professor named VJ, so it's like, yeah, it's cool.
All right, but yeah, they missed their timing. Yeah, I think if they did that now, I think they would have had a hit because people do still like to sing in front of a mic and all that stuff. So they timed it was a little too early, I think.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just
everyone can just do it on their cell phone.
All right, Eli. So while we're here, man, just grab some money out of the ATM. You're going to need it because we're rounding the corner here, and you're going to want your frozen Coke here in a minute.
I want my frozen Coke.
I thought you were saying we're going to a strip club. I am sorry. Like go to ATM machine.
That's a different kind of
That's
frozen
a different
Coke.
sights and sounds.
Yeah.
That'd be stripper production.
Last time I had a frozen Coke dance on me, I melted. How you doing?
That's right. Food rocks.
Yeah.
Food rocks, motherfucker.
She was good, too.
He went to the kitchen cabaret.
Now, let's round the corner here. And you'll notice there's a 2-story building which contains a beauty salon on the bottom floor.
Okay.
And a dentist office on the second floor. This location is based off an actual building located at 6926 Melrose Avenue called the Rodney Gillen Building, also known as Telesound Studio. Now, again, just like over at Sights and Sounds, if you look, there's a placard with the names of the dentists who occupy the building. And in Suite 201, we've got See How We Pull 'Em. We've also got Ruth Canal.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And Les Payne. All DDS.
It's like Robin Williams came up with these names.
Yeah. But it's just one of those small little things that you might not have noticed as you're passing through the studios. You're like, oh, that's a small little detail. It's kind of cool. I mean, there's nothing there. You can't go inside the building. So it's, it's not like it's an attraction or something. But, Disney, of course, takes the time to throw in all these little details that you might not have noticed. Now, Eli, we're here at PB's Polar Pipeline.
Yeah.
That frozen Coke, dude.
I got to get that frozen Coke.
Right. Yeah. Did we go there to that? I know we went one time. But
that's like one of my stops.
Yeah. But PB's Polar Pipeline, the shop front is based on a fire station in Los Angeles. This fire station was built in 1940, located at 2230 Pasadena Avenue, and is actually still in use today. Now, the PB's Polar Pipeline originally was called Lakeside News. You could, buy little trinkets and stuff there. But the shop was eventually changed to PB's to coincide with the release of the Touchstone Pictures film, The Rocketeer. All right, so the name PB refers to Alan Arkin, not to be confused with Alan Alda, who I kept picturing in my head. But no, it refers to Alan Arkin's character, A. PB Peabody, who's an eccentric tinkerer who helped the Rocketeer learn how to operate his jetpack. Also, if you look around the area, you'll actually see the Rocketeer's jetpack and helmet there at the filling, the little Coke station there.
Well, if you look on both sides of the little, what do you call it? Little frozen food, frozen concoction, whatever.
Yeah, the frozen place.
Yeah, there's two menus, and they're blueprints for the backpack. Like the menus are like light blue, and if you look closely on them, you can see that they're actual blueprints.
That's
for
awesome.
The Rocketeer's backpack.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Did not.
I know that.
I did not know that. I definitely didn't know this.
And all right, so just to the right of PV's, look for this glass door for Holly Vermont Realty. Now, this is the realty company that leased the small space to Walt and Roy for $10 a month. That space was located at 4651 Kingswell Avenue. Now, eventually, Walt would outgrow that location and move to 2719 Hyperion Avenue. Now, if you look up, you'll see a for rent sign. And that indicates that Walt has moved out of the space and is now the space is now available for the next tenant. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So that Holly Vermont Realty is an actual realty company in LA.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that's where they made the Alice comedies, right?
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. So
that building is still there.
Is it?
You can still find it on Google Earth.
That's always amazing where you can just stand there.
Yeah, isn't it like a convenience store now, or like
no?
that?
It's a copy shop. The actual
copy shop. All right, cool.
The people who have it now, they know its significance to Disney history. They have a few things in it, but the Disney company does not want to
affiliate itself.
Promote it. Yeah, I guess.
That's cold.
Yeah, that really is kind of cold. I mean, that is a piece of their history.
I know. It should be a two-way street.
Mm-hmm.
That would be intersexual.
Yeah, definitely retrosexual. It's only going one way, but yeah.
Metrosexual.
Now that Holly, Vermont reference to Disney history, you can also find one in California Adventure, over in California.
Oh,
on Buena Vista Street, but there's a sign for the Hollymont Property Associates. Hollymont.
So they don't want to promote the real one, just the fake one. Gotcha.
You don't have to pay the fake with any royalties, I suppose.
We could give you this reference to Disney history, but we won't tell you it's actually out there.
Right.
You can go see for yourself and stand where Walt Disney stood at one point in his life.
All right, now I know this is going to be a tough one, but can you guess what is located in Disney Hollywood Studios at the corner of Hollywood and Vine?
Oh, man.
Would it be an eatery of sorts?
Did you know what's located here?
Marilyn Monroe's Mounds.
Yummy.
There's a tongue.
That's a restaurant.
Twister?
I should be. It's like those little zebra domes over at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Wow.
But they're mounds.
Yes. Okay.
Huh.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Where's the oil when you need it?
I've eaten at Hollywood and Vine.
Yeah.
You've eaten at Hollywood and Vine?
You've eaten that, but not Marilyn's Mounds.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Not the Manson.
No, the buffet.
All right, so yes, Kevin, you're correct. The Hollywood and Vine restaurant is located here at the corner of Hollywood and Vine.
Ah.
Now, this building was modeled after a retail building located at 200 Powell Street in San Francisco. That building was erected in 1913, but the Art Deco facade that inspires Hollywood and Vine was added in 1933. The two-story building is actually the current home of a 7,500 square foot Skechers store. So that's a lot of shoes.
It is.
Count those. I don't want to count all those.
You don't
shoes.
want a piece of that?
Somebody going to jail.
No, I don't.
That's
I'm
tons of shoes.
I'm missing out. Now, the actual restaurant is modeled after a cafeteria that once stood at 1725 North Vine Street in Los Angeles. And this is where Walt and Roy would dine many times in the early days of Hollywood.
No.
Cafeteria style.
And that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it kind of is, right?
Yeah, it is. It's perfect because like one time I got like the late breakfast sitting, and I also got to eat at the early lunch sitting too.
Yes, that's the pro tip right there, man. Get that 11:30 breakfast reservation.
It's like the same meal though, pretty much. Minus like one dish.
It was different food, and it was the funny thing because it's like, hey, I'm sitting here getting my stuff, and they started taking stuff away. I'm like, dude, I just got here. What the hell are y'all doing? And then I realized they're taking out breakfast and putting out lunch. I was like, oh, well, shit, I got it made now. I was about to be really upset because I was like, why y'all taking this food? Why do y'all even offer this seating if you're going to take away the food?
But okay,
you got the best of both worlds.
I did. I didn't realize at the time. Yeah, I didn't realize at the time, but now, yeah, it's great.
But okay, so I mean, I know cafeteria style be like old school, right? You put your tray on the metal.
Hollywood and Vine's like a buffet, just like Crystal Palace.
All right, so you can just keep going.
Yeah, you just keep going up. It's not like an A&G cafeteria or anything like that.
That's what I was thinking. You say cafeteria style.
Yeah, they're nothing like that.
That's back when you could see the food through the glass.
Ponchos.
That's right.
Yeah, you had to get that green Jello at the end.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And it had
too.
the woman on the other side with the big spoon. And you'd be like, I want a little bit of that, a little bit of that.
And she'd be like,
I want that. Use the same spoon on everything.
She got the head there. What you want, baby? What you want? Got time now. I got time now. I'll give you my break, baby. What you want? You want green beans, cornbread? What you want, baby? What you want?
Did she really flip the teeth like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
What you want? She had that gold. That had the space in the gold. She got sucked on that empty spot.
That is a very specific memory.
She had the hairnet on?
That's my cafeteria style.
No hairnet?
No, she did have a hairnet. Yeah, just about the teeth. Just was.
Did you and this woman have a relationship?
I went to at least 4 times to get my food. There you go.
She's like, come around later, baby. I give you the good stuff.
That's it. You need to eat what? Let me go ahead and get this to you.
She's like, boy, you can eat for free. That's right. But
meet me outside.
Meet me around back. Meet me around back about 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Now look, boy, you give me something I need now. Now you talk to me, Sharon. You go take care of me. I take care of you. That's what we do.
Oh, her name was Techniquetious.
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 Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, with a hairnet though. With a hairnet.
With a hairnet. Gotta have a hairnet.
Makes a little difference.
It does.
Oh my God!
Did y'all know that?
I did not know this.
Did you know this? Did you know this?
Did you know this?
This.
Well, now pass by, get you the extra cent. What you want?
All right, yeah, bring us back on track there, Lee.
All right, so outside of the Hollywood and Vine, if you look up, you might notice there is a Roger Rabbit reference here.
Oh, is there?
All right.
Up on the window, you'll see, again, a window with the letters stenciled here. Eddie Valiant, Private Investigations. All crime, surveillance, missing persons. But, of course, the gag here is that in the movie, Roger busted through the window. And so the window next to the stencils, you'll see the kind of the outline of Roger, the shape of Roger busting through the blinds and things like that. So it's a cool, throwback to the movie.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, did you know this? That if you can extrapolate the direction in which Roger is pointing out, it used to point to the old Disney feature animation Florida studio when they used to have like a working studio. That's where he's headed. And what's significant about it is that that feature animation studio in Florida made 2 Roger Rabbit shorts. It made Roller Coaster Rabbit and The Trail Mix-Up.
Now, is that what studio was inside Disney's Hollywood studio?
It was at one time. Disney MGM Studios was a working studio. They made
sure.
They made what did they make? They made Mulan, right, over there, and over in Florida. Yeah, they used to have studios all over the globe. They had them in Paris and stuff, and then like budget and all kind of stuff. They started closing things down. But when it was a feature animation studio, they used to have one back there, and I think you could see it on the backstage tour. I don't remember, but it was definitely there. I know it wasn't part of the tour, but I'm sure you drove past it. But if you kind of take the angle, that's where Roger Rabbit was headed because that's where they drew his stuff. So.
Well, are you talking about like the Art of Animation tour?
No. This is the actual feature animation building. It wasn't part of the tour or anything. It was separate from that part of that attraction thing.
No, but like I toured the feature, and like we got to watch people who were working on. Oh, what was the feature animation film that they were making at the time? Wait,
you're right. Yeah. It was that.
You would watch the Robin Williams and Walter Cronkite video, and my God, we watched them, and I was so amazed.
It was that building. Yeah, you're right.
Yes,
okay. Absolutely. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember what the damn movie was. It wasn't Mulan. I'm thinking of...
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember now.
Was it Lilo and Stitch made there?
It could have been, but that's not the movie I'm thinking of. It was an actual, it was one of the big ones, like Hunchback, or one of the ones that was released.
Pocahontas?
That could be it, but I hesitate to say so. Anyway, I don't want to hold up the show, but I mean, I remember walking through there and we were watching them make their next feature film and being like, this is awesome.
No, it's pretty cool. But what they have back there still is this little garden called Brigitte's Garden. Are y'all familiar with that?
Brigitte Nielsen?
No,
very familiar.
Flavor Flav done all been up in that garden.
All up in there.
It's an animator called Brigitte Hartley. And she was an animator on Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Roller Coaster Rabbit, and she passed away of cancer. So they erected a little a memorial to her, which is still there to this day if you can get back there and see it. That's called Brigitte's Garden. It's got a plaque and everything. It's cute.
Nice. Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. She's always memorialized with that.
Very cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Props to the artist.
Mulan. It was Mulan.
It was Mulan. Okay,
yes. Mulan. All right. So the whole point of that is that I guess if you, like you said, Tim, you can follow the line, the sight line, and that will lead you to where that studio was that they made the movies.
Yeah, it's kind of like Indiana Jones, just with the scepter and the stuff, and the sun's shining through it. This is where it's located.
You only have one side.
No, the staff is too tall.
Yeah, so you ended up on Rock and Roller Coaster instead.
It's weird how that works out because I would think about it being behind it, but I guess not.
All right, so did you notice this? Also above there's another sign that says office space for rent. The rates for that office space are 75 cents per day or $5 a week and includes hot and cold water, which is always nice because we did not have any hot or cold water this week in Texas.
What a deal.
But so 75 cents a day, that's a heck of a bargain. But there's also another sign there that says no actors. So you, I guess actors couldn't get this deal. But, as the story goes, basically landlords at that time did not want to rent to actors as they were unreliable tenants and also known to throw wild parties all the time. So, they didn't want no actors in there.
If you were a good actor, you could be like, actor, I'm a stonemason, sir.
That's it. Here's $15. I plan on being here for at least a month.
I work at Hollywood and Vine. Slinging food. But anyway, yeah. So that's you might not have noticed those little signs up there.
That's cute.
Wild parties.
All right, now between Hollywood and Vine and 50's Primetime Cafe, you're going to look for a small entrance to an apartment complex. Now, this is something you may not know. Did you know that there's actually people's names listed on the call boxes, on the mailboxes there that are very important people?
No,
I did not know.
No, did not
I just
know
figured
that.
there were some bums that they just made up names.
No, these are actually people that lived in the apartments. There's Heather Locklear, Courtney Thorne Smith, Grant Snow, Andrew Shue, Daphne Zuniga, and wait a minute, that's the wrong apartments. That's Melrose Place. No. Sorry, got the wrong apartments.
That's okay. You talking about where Phoebe, Monica, and Chandler, and Joey live? That's what you're talking about instead?
Oh, he's talking about Larry and Balky. Those apartments.
Yeah.
Mr. Roper.
That's right.
Okay.
You and Lee both need to turn in your man cards right now. Watching Melrose Place and what was it, Friends? Oh my God!
My daughter just takes over the television when I'm at work.
I'm blaming it on my wife.
Okay.
I blamed it on the rain.
The only thing I've seen Daphne Zuniga in is Spaceballs.
Spaceballs, that's right.
thinking.
She rocks in Spaceballs. I love her.
No, but seriously, these are actually known as the Echo Lake Apartments. Now, the building itself is not designed after a certain particular apartment complex, but the style of it, the Spanish colonial revival style, it's in numerous places around the Fairfax area of Los Angeles. If you want to Google it up, Google Earth it, there's a apartment complex there. It's on North Orange Grove Avenue. Kind of took some inspiration for that, but there are names on those boxes, and there's names of different Imagineers who are instrumental in creating Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Awesome, man.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very smooth architecture.
Smooth architecture.
What?
Very smooth architecture.
Smooth architecture.
I don't know any of the words of the damn song.
Oh.
Other than Smooth Operator.
All I know is a sax solo.
Well, coast to coast, LA to Chicago,
LA to Orlando.
they made this place.
Smooth architecture.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Yes.
On.
All right, so our next in line we have 50's Primetime Cafe. Now,
Okay.
this particular restaurant was a little bit of a challenge for the Imagineers. The whole theme around 50's Primetime Cafe is this, Leave It to Beaver type situation. They got the black and white TVs. They got the old 50s linoleum counters, things like that. But they couldn't just throw like a Leave It to Beaver style home in the middle of this area because it's all office buildings and things like that. So ultimately, what they did was they designed the interior to be like a 50s area television theme, but the area that it was being placed in was designed around the 30s time period. Ultimately, engineers settled on the modernist residences designed by architects like Richard Neutra and Rudolph M. Schindler. If you want to see an example of this style of architecture, you can look up 1137 South Cochran Avenue, the Pearl M. Mackey Apartments, and those were designed by Rudolph M. Schindler and built in 1939.
Man, I'd like to be on that list to get into Schindler's apartments.
No, that's not a good list.
No?
Well, it could be a good list. I guess, yeah.
I hear you be waiting a while, though.
I'll wear a red jacket.
Oh, that's how notified you.
Maybe I should be on Richard Neutra's list.
The Nutrias list?
Nah, yeah.
Nutria is Richard?
Because I'm just burning doing the Nutra dance.
Beverly Hills Cop. Very good.
Yes, very good. Very good.
I know there's a pot of gold waiting for you.
Now, did you know this? Those apartments, the Pearl M. Mackey Apartments, are now owned by the Republic of Austria, who uses it to house artists and architects during their residencies at Austrian Museum of Applied Arts in the Contemporary Art in Vienna.
Does Arnold Schwarzenegger get to visit these apartments?
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, he did, and then he was like, I'll be back.
That's yeah.
Seeing that we haven't heard of too many other Austrian, we had to go back to Schwarzenegger to get an Austrian actor.
This is true.
In there. I'm thinking it's not working well for them.
No, probably not.
No.
I guess
Well, you can't get no bigger than Arnold, though.
Well, no, it's pretty big, but I mean, shoot, it's been a little bit. I mean,
get to the chopper now.
Yeah, we need another Austrian actor.
Many have tried, but they've all failed.
Yeah.
In what's his name? The dude that can do splits and between
Van
buses?
Damme, he's Belgian.
Oh, he's Belgian. Oh,
He's French.
He's That's why he speaks French. Okay. You know what's cool about this restaurant? Did y'all know this? Do you know what the brand of the TV sets that are located throughout that restaurant are?
Disney.
They're Disney. That's right. Duh. They're Disney brand. No, literally though. If you look at the TVs, they have like Disney written in like this fancy little looking script, like from back in the day. It's kind of cool actually. It's located at the very bottom of each of the TVs, but yeah, it's a Disney brand TV.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's really neat.
Now, does that mean that they're literally Disney brand TVs, or they just bought them from Sony and put Disney on it? Like, did Disney themselves make these TVs to put in the restaurant?
I mean, I'm sure it's a regular TV and they just put their facade around it.
I was like, how deep did they go with this? Because that's a good little detail.
Just because Disney makes video games doesn't mean that they're, they're video game manufacturers. They just make.
I get that.
Yeah, they just slap their shell on it, and that's pretty much it. Yeah,
that's cool though. I mean,
that happens a lot though. There's a lot of companies that make TVs for other brands. Like,
Christoph Waltz is Austrian. No word. No word if Christoph Waltz stayed at the apartments though.
All right, so as we leave this area, look towards this little tugboat-shaped quick service restaurant. You'll see it off in the distance there. It's called Dockside Diner. Now, it used to be called Min and Bill's Dockside Diner, and that's where you get the backstory. So if you just see Dockside Diner, you don't realize that there's actually a backstory to this restaurant. And it was Min and Bill's Dockside Diner because Min and Bill...
Bro, I know what that is. That is the prequel to Men in Black.
Yeah.
Yes.
Men in Bill.
The Men in Bill.
Right. They say once you go black, you don't go back. But then when you go Men in Black, you go to Bill, apparently.
Because you don't remember.
Yeah, but when you get your bill, you get your fill.
I'm just a bill. There's the bill on Capitol Hill.
That's right.
And those shouldn't be confused with the adult feature Men in Bill.
Oh.
Gross.
Totally not Disney.
Intrasexual, though.
Very intrasexual.
Cinemax late night.
I am so sorry. You gotta keep that joke down.
Intersexual. What? Writings on the wall.
Again, Men in Bills is a tribute to the movie Men in Bill, which is a major moneymaker for MGM Studios, which, of course, was the original partner with Disney during the building of Disney's MGM Studios. Now, look on the side of the boat, and you'll see it's called SS Down the Hatch. This is also a reference to the movie because apparently Bill's a heavy drinker.
That's right.
That's not what I was thinking.
Min says you'll take it, Bill.
What?
Right on down your hatch.
What? You need some drink with that?
I can't imagine why Disney would distance itself from a film about
I don't know why they
alcoholism.
changed the name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not call it Minnie and Bill? Or I get it, you can't say Minnie, but, something else.
Shove this down your throat.
They could have either got rid of the down the hatch reference of the Men in Bill thing. You're like, yeah, let's get rid of Men in Bill.
Yeah.
That could be your movie, Eli. Mini Bills.
Mini Bills. Okay. Mini Bills.
Mini Bills. Making it rain.
Making it rain?
Make it
I
rain.
like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Now,
I thought you meant mini bills I had to pay. That's
yeah, mini bills. MANY. You got mini bills.
You should stay at one of those apartment complexes.
I might.
Bills.
The one for $5.
Yeah, forget the Brad Pitt houses.
It's 75 cents a week.
I might have to do that. I'm not an actor. I won't throw no wild party.
All right, so take it back, Lee. Where are we at?
All right, so look up above the restaurant. You'll see some nautical flag. And I did not know this, but did you know this? When they make the nautical flags, when they fly nautical flags, there's always a letter and a number. Letter, number, letter, number. So every other flag represents a letter, and those letters are DOCKSIDE, DINER, Dockside Diner, with numbers in between. That is why those flags are there. They represent those letters. Now, the numbers, I looked around, tried to search it. There's no real explanation for what those numbers mean. With Disney, though, you never know. Those could be some dates of birthdays of Imagineers. Not sure. It could be years, but I couldn't find any solid information on what they mean. They could just be random numbers put in there, but if anyone knows if those numbers have any significance, I'd really like to know that. But the letters themselves spell out Dockside Diner.
What are the numbers?
78256289634.
Oh, I know what that.
78256289634.
What?
That's the Fibonacci sequence that they used to find the codex that brought them to the Da Vinci Code, and they got the Holy Grail. That's what that is.
Oh,
yeah.
I like
nice.
it. I like it.
No,
Mystery solved.
Fibonacci.
Yes.
I thought you said Fonzanacci. Fonzarelli.
No, I'm mistaken. That was President Scrooge's luggage combination.
Also here, look around at the shipping crates on the side of Men and Bill's or Dockside Diner, and you'll see different references to different classic Hollywood movies. So let me give you these crates, and you tell me what the names of the movies are, right?
Okay. All right.
So go ahead. The first crate is addressed to Max B. Alley Stock. It's coming from Anita Double Set Ledger Company.
Anita Double Set Ledger Company.
What?
What movie does that represent?
The
Producers, yes.
The Producers. Correct.
Ah, cool.
The Rosebud Sled Company is sending a crate to Charles Foster Kane, which is
Color Purple. Thinking, yes. Ah, Roots.
Good one.
Yes. 12 Years a Slave.
Yes, all that. Yeah. Django
and Fett.
Oh, yeah. That would be an even better movie if they made that. Oh my goodness!
Rick's Cafe Americana is receiving supplies from Quartz Wine and Spirits. Rick's Cafe.
Woo!
That's Casablanca.
Wainwright Enterprises is shipping something to George Bailey from New York.
It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, George Bailey.
God bless us, everyone. Yeah.
Probably here, Scarlett O'Hara is waiting for a package from Fleming Fashions Limited, which is located in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, Debbie Does Dallas.
Yeah, but she don't give a damn. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kiss her grits.
Kiss her grits. Kiss her grits. That's it.
That's Gone with the Wind, yes, sir.
Gone with the Wind. So.
Or Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Oh, that could have been it.
Or Scarlett Johansson.
Or
there you go.
Or Scarlet Letter.
Ooh, wow. That would be a cool one, huh? Black Widow WandaVision.
Eat this.
That's right. There's something else for you. I'm shipping it to you right now. You get that.
Now, across the lake from Dockside Diner, you're going to see a green giant dinosaur, which is Dinosaur Gertie's Ice Cream of Extinction.
Dang, I thought it was Eli's last date.
Oh. Ho, ho, ho. Eli's date.
Frozen Coke.
Wasn't many bills on that one. I'll tell you that.
Well, good. You've had a lot of dates that were many bills.
Yes. Many pounds, too. So.
Whole lot of loving.
What?
That's what you're gonna do.
There you go.
Paula Poundstone.
Smooth architecture.
All right, so Gertie, yes.
Gertie.
Yes.
So did you know this?
No.
In 1914, one of the world's first animated films debuted named Gertie the Dinosaur. While Disney himself was inspired by the film's lifelike movements and by the film's ability to create empathy in the audience for an animated character. Gertie's is a tribute to that film, and without Gertie, there may not have been a Mickey.
Oh.
Now, you get the tagline from the movie, Gertie, She's a Scream, which is why Disney Imagineers felt an ice cream stand was an appropriate way to pay tribute to the dinosaur.
Ice cream, you scream, we all pay for ice cream.
Yeah. We all pay $8 for ice cream.
That's right.
But also in the 1940s, people believed that it was the Ice Age that killed the dinosaurs, which is why Gertie's is selling the Ice Cream of Extinction, and she's also covered in snow.
So Gertie's dying?
Makes sense.
Maybe so.
She chilly.
Kind of grim for Disney Park.
Yeah.
She chilly.
And did you notice this? She also has cold steam coming out of her nostrils from time to time.
Again, just like Eli's Bumble dates. It's crazy. The similarity.
It ain't steam coming out the nostril.
Oh, do tell.
Maybe I should not. I didn't know if you just noticed this.
I'll just read her review.
You got a Bumble account? Should be swapping up? Or?
I'm going to log in.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to create one.
I hate you.
Just goes to
Just go to
Just go to
Just wait for the flag to flap.
That's right.
That's when you know it's safe. Seafood City all day.
Seafood City over at
What?
Very pretty.
Very sometimes pretty.
Sometimes dark.
All right, go ahead.
Come on,
Right. Now, the design of Gertie's is based on the style of architecture called California Crazy. These designs came into being around the age when the automobile became popular. So the owners of these businesses were trying to get people to stop. They're grabbing their attention to get them to stop traveling and visit their shops. Now, this is not the same as programmatic design.
Totally programmatic.
Oh, programmatic. Programmatic.
In your face.
Right. Because California Crazy, the actual building may have nothing to do with what they're actually selling inside the store.
They just wanted to capture your attention.
Yes,
For the
wanted to get your
record, I
attention.
think I pretty much did date a girl named California Crazy. I'm pretty confident about that. I'm really confident about that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
California Crazy. Oh man.
California Crazy.
Wait, did y'all know y'all know where she's green?
She's sick.
Eli's date or
Not easy.
Oh, that too. I don't know about
It's
that.
not easy being
I want to
green.
hear that one. I want to hear that story.
Because she's a dinosaur. I don't know. Why
No,
is Gertie green?
Gertie was green because that's their first movie posters. She was painted green.
Oh,
Okay.
So yeah, people thought that she was like brown and stuff, but then like Disney's like, yeah, no, she's gonna be green. Or
yeah,
whatever.
because like the cartoon itself was like black and white, right?
Right.
Yes,
That's
yes.
true, yeah.
But the
That's
movie
true.
posters were in color, and they painted her green for that.
Ah.
And did y'all know why she's in a lake?
Oh, wait, because she's walking alongside of a lake and she's throwing things into it in the cartoon.
Yeah. It has to do a lot with her animated series. Like in one sequence, she throws a woolly mammoth into the lake, so she's pretty darn strong.
Damn.
And another sequence, I guess she was thirsty, but she almost falls in after having drunk all the freaking water out of the lake dry.
Well,
So she drained out reservoir number 4.
That's right. Oh no, she drained out reservoirs number 1, 2, and 3.
Now we know
which
what
is why
happened.
you have 4. That's
well,
right.
can I say something? That definitely was not one of Eli's dates because she wouldn't have been thirsty because she would have had orange juice.
That's right. That's it. My man. That's right. Always keep with the vitamin C.
Well, that's interesting. So, did you guys notice that her footprints are in the cement as you walk towards Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular?
You know, there's a lot of footprints outside of Eli's house when the girls leave his house. Like
Especially after
4 in the
it
morning.
rains.
4 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after it rains.
Yeah, you got to beat the newspaper man.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah,
right.
there's like photos, like like when you see like a Bigfoot or something like that.
It's staring at you from behind the tree.
Either way, they screamed.
Yeah. I did too. Get
Ice cream for
out.
ice cream.
And you don't get no ice cream.
Oh, you get all his juice, daughter. You got to get out.
Those
Get out. That's it.
Those footprints represent a pretty wide walk of shame.
Shit is. You paid your $2 rent. Now get out. That's it. You already had the wild party.
And don't
It's
throw
over.
nothing in my trash can on your way out.
That's it. That's it. We don't need no proof that you're here.
No,
That's
but
it.
I did see the footprints, Lee.
Yeah, the
Those
footprints
are
are
there.
cool,
That's
yeah.
kind of cool that she just kind of walked over there, settled there. But it's kind of creepy to know that she's dying because now she's covered in snow and it's the age of extinction.
That's Florida. It'll thaw out. It should be all right.
Oh, good.
Well, we save her in dinosaurs, so it's all good.
Yeah. But I mean, even the footprints you see, it's not just a footprint. Like the cement's cracked from around it because, of course, she's a dinosaur. She's real heavy, things like that. So it's really pretty realistic. It's kind of cool. It's a cool little detail.
Correct.
So let's go to Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular. Now, as you're getting close to the actual attraction, you'll see a tripod that reads...
God damn, stop talking about Eli.
I mean, it is on there. It's on there.
You'll see a tripod named Eli.
Yeah.
Warning, do not pull a rope.
You want to do not pull rope.
Because that shit hurts, man. Come on, stop that.
Only pull if you care. That's what it is. Go
Just
ahead.
give it a little tug. Give it a tug.
But pull gently.
Yes.
And right next to Eli's tripod, there's a warning sign that says, do not pull the rope. right there next. It says, do not pull the rope. But of course, the knot is scratched out. Which means you have to pull the rope.
That happens a lot.
So you might not have noticed that, but when you pull the rope, you actually hear like people trapped inside the well. It's a cool little detail.
Yeah, they had one of those up in the Indiana Jones ride in Disneyland, but when we went, it was broken. Like the rope wasn't there.
Oh,
Yes, I remember that.
The rope left.
Yeah.
Like 'cause I always look forward to pulling
gone.
the rope, and the rope gone.
maybe all the
I
people
didn't
got
even
out
know
the
it was
well.
there at Disneyland.
Well, that's the thing because it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's supposed to happen. It's like you pull the rope and you hear, why would you do that?
Oh, that's messed up. Yeah. Why?
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a good little gag. It's
we
a good
need
gag.
hope.
Right.
Okay.
Now, also across from the entrance, you'll see a archaeologist site there with a work table set up, and you'll see Indy's fedora on the table. So there's a little tie-in to the movie, of course. A little cool theming.
That's
now,
cool.
In the actual show itself, you might not know this, but the props, a lot of the props there are from the actual movies. There's movies from Indiana Jones and Last Crusade. And that big action sequence that took place with the German tank, that tank is the actual prop from the movie.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I like that.
With the rock where it blew out the side gun, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the little, where Indiana hit it with the rock and stuff like that. You can see the damage there.
Oh, that's cool.
That's where he's hanging by his pouch.
Yeah, he's hanging, but he's on the side, and he says, he does the whole thing where he push him up against.
Jams the rock into the gun. By the rock, I don't mean Dwayne Johnson. He jams it into the gun, and when they fire, it explodes outward.
Okay,
the gun. Yes,
and you can see that on that prop in the studios.
Spring end.
That was what was so recognizable about what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's very.
You knew that was the same tank.
Yes, exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was just that facade. It was cool.
You also find trucks, machine guns, more crates, all that stuff, and that was all actually used in the movie as well.
That's cool.
Really? Okay,
yeah, I didn't know that.
I know
That's cool.
Now, on the if you were to exit out the far right side of the stairway as you're facing the stage, something you may not know, but there's a hand of a cast member rising above the railing holding the golden idol from the Mayan temple from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And that is a little thing you're supposed to pat the head of the idol for good luck.
Wait a minute. When we walk out, there's a cast member holding an idol up high in their hand?
Yeah, above the railing.
I don't remember this.
Do you see the whole cast member or just a hand?
Just a hand. It's not really a cast member. It's just like a...
It's like a statue or something.
Yeah. It's not an actual.
Okay.
I was going to say, I don't remember.
I was going to say,
what you're talking about.
How about that for a job? Just stand there and just raise your hand with the statue in it.
I've been on this a couple of times. I don't remember a cast member standing there holding an idol.
That sounds like a date I had was just stand there and just put this in your hand for 8 hours. Don't move though.
I remember one holding Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson? Wait,
yeah, she was an idol, wasn't she?
Oh, easier than Ruben Studdard, that's for sure.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah, you show up, you see Ruben Studdard, just say you pat him on the head.
my head.
Yeah. Oh, Ruben.
No, not that head.
It sounds like this idol did last longer than American Idol across the street.
Yeah. Hey, Kurt, you know what? I noticed you put some pictures in this document that we're all following about some crates. What's so significant about this, man?
The crates over there, some of the crates where all the movie props are, some actual crates. And if you remember in the Indiana Jones movies, the first one, the second one, and the third one, he was fighting a certain
bad German
section of bad
former
people from
Germans.
Yeah,
yes.
Don't want to say the actual words. And the symbol on some of these crates, the symbol of that organization are on the crates.
No.
Really? Yeah, believe it or not.
You got pictures of this?
That's accurate.
Is there visual evidence of this?
I have put it in the doc.
It's altered, though. It's altered. That's the thing.
But that's it. Because Disney's not going to have this symbol in their park. So they covered the branches of the symbol up. So the symbol now is just a cross.
Yeah, it's like a
cross.
Looks like an X.
It's an X. What's an X now? Cross.
Hey, X going to give it to you.
So it's actually so this symbol from the past is actually in Disney parks right here, but it's altered in a way where it doesn't look like it originally did.
Well, I that kind of alteration I understand.
Yes, absolutely.
Kind of would freak you out though.
That's pretty cool though. I mean, I did not notice that. I can tell you, I'd never noticed that, and definitely there's no reference to it in any of the research we did for obvious reasons. But that's a cool detail that hey, you will probably only know if you listen to the Magic Our Way podcast.
Sure. Well, I mean, I'm sure you've seen it, and if you've noticed this, you've seen it and been like, wow, that's they went out of their way to make sure that no one was offended by this symbol being used in the parks. But yeah, I don't know that I'd be floored that Disney included in a theme park, but I'd be like, wow, they really are committed to recreating
that movie
that they've included this symbol. I wouldn't think that's part of an agenda or anything.
No,
not at all. But people, who knows what people think? So
we ain't woke. We ain't woke.
No woke.
Cold bread stuff.
I hit the snooze button.
All right, cool, man. That's a cool detail. Did you know this? You know this? And it makes sense, but the stuntman actually controls the spears in the show when they come out of the wall. So it's not like he has to memorize when they're going to come out. He is in control of it. There's a little lever on the floor. He steps on a keypad, and that lets the spears come out. So he knows exactly where they're coming from.
So even the one that comes like close to his junk, he does that too?
I guess so. I mean, he's the one that controls them. So
Damn.
Well, wouldn't you want to control what comes near your junk?
I wouldn't even hit that
answer that.
Eli does.
I'm looking at you. Don't answer that.
Why? What I do?
The boulder weighs 400 pounds.
Hey, if I can hit a button,
I know there's no bouncer on your door.
does it look you in the eye, the spear? That's
okay, well, that's interesting. All right, so just a quick side note here, not having anything to do with the actual attraction, but when Spielberg was recording Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and they have the mine scene, the mine train scene.
Oh, that's
that
Austin's
was
favorite
crazy.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Austin loves that movie.
The sounds for that scene were recorded from Big Thunder Mountain in Disneyland.
Yeah, the clickety clacks and stuff. Yeah. It makes
So
sense.
that's a cool, little tie in there.
Yeah, it's a great tie-in.
Very much.
I've always wanted an Indiana Jones ride based on that chase scene.
That's an intense scene.
That's a great.
Oh, it's a great scene.
Yeah.
I think we all want it.
It's
and
an
that would
awesome
be-
scene.
It's the best scene. Like, I'm not a big Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom fan. Like, that's my third favorite Indiana Jones film. But that scene, it's riveting.
That's a killer scene.
Yeah, you're in there.
I mean, that's taking roller coasters to the next level. When not only you're in there for the ride, but things are happening while you're riding. That's awesome. that was a great scene. That's absolutely great scene. It
awesome.
should have been part of a ride. But
I mean, the closest coaster you got Indiana Jones is in Paris, right? Where he shoots out of a volcano.
yes, and it was down when we went. I wanted to ride that so bad, and it was down when we went. I was so bummed. I'm like, when are we getting back here? You know,
because I remember you shoot vertical out of the volcano.
I was gonna say you shoot out of a volcano.
Yeah, you literally, the coaster gets you to where you shoot vertical straight out of it, and you flip over and once you get out the volcano. It's pretty awesome when you see the
That's
video
pretty
of
intense.
it. Yeah, I want to ride that bad too myself.
Okay.
That's an awesome coaster.
Here's something like, did you know this? The Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular was not officially one of the opening day attractions at...
Correct.
Okay, so you knew that, Lee. So tell
Well,
me...
it was supposed to be, but
Yeah, dude, like, seriously, like, it was supposed to be one of the opening day attractions, and George Lucas saw it, and he was like, I don't like this. I'm not satisfied. I want some changes done. And so what ended up happening was when the opening day came around, which, I mean, really the opening, we say that it was on one day, but prior to that, 2 days prior, is when they actually had the real opening where they had the celebrities in the park and whatnot. And so what they did with the Indiana Jones stage, instead of having performances of the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, the Pointer Sisters performed on the Indiana Jones stage.
Programmatic.
To bring it full...
Just doing the new child dance.
Yeah.
As well as Willie Nelson. So that was what their stage was used for at the Indiana Jones as they worked on tweaking the show in accordance to George's notes. And then several months later, it opened on August 3rd. So what was that?
interesting.
2 months later.
No, I'm sorry. It was opened in August, so it was like, 2 months later. My bad.
You know, they should have just let that stunt show happen while those groups were
the
singing.
Pointer Sisters were performing.
That would have been a completely
that'd be
different
great.
vibe of when watching Indiana Jones do a stunt.
as long as he had a Detroit Lions jacket.
Some sneakers and his little fedora running around.
Can you imagine poor Willie trying to, dodge that boulder?
No, and he has to dodge a boulder by putting the banana in the tailpipe. There's like a thing that Rosewood.
There's a box of cigarettes that fall off from the boulder.
Wow. That's crazy.
You won't believe the boulder just stopped, man. It just stopped.
Would you just shut your mad ass up and get the pool with me?
So the Pointer Sisters and Willie Nelson.
Poisons and Willie Nelson. Yes.
Eisner was awesome.
Yes, he would. Like, there was a report that George Burns also was on that stage, but I believe instead he was actually on the by the Chinese Theater is where he was.
That's cool.
So I could not verify it. If you look on the video, there's a video on YouTube, and you can find where it's the opening of MGM, and it's not the opening day to the public, but it was recorded 2 days prior. It was a bad day for them, because it like rained.
Okay,
and so they were handing out umbrellas and ponchos and everything to all the celebrities and whatnot that were attending.
So they wanted George Burns there at the Chinese Theater to kind of help, since he was God to keep all the other guys.
Yes, he would wave his hands and I shall hold back the reins.
Okay.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Wow.
Now, have you guys heard of Kevin Brassard?
Oh, yes. That's what that is. Oh, my God. That was Kevin Bacon's stunt double in Footloose, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Kevin Brassard?
Yeah, Kevin Brassard. Yes.
I thought it was Kevin Sorbo's stunt double in Hercules.
Him too.
Hey, it
Could have been
is.
him. No. Who's Kevin Brassard?
All right. So in 1989, Brassard was performing in the Hoop-de-Doo Revue and applied for a secret role for an attraction that would be opening soon in the MGM Hollywood Studios theme park.
Oh.
He was told that the character's name was Jack. Okay. So this is the role he's applying for. But soon, Kevin was offered the role and was told he'd be playing the part of Indiana Jones and would be recreating 3 scenes from the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. So for 9 months, Brassard and 2 other indies would rehearse their scenes in an empty Disney warehouse. Every day would be a workout, climbing ropes, leaping from rooftops, rolling on concrete, lots of other stunts. He learned how to throw a punch. He learned how to crack the whip, just like Harrison Ford, like all this stuff. And so he was going to be, Indiana Jones for the opening. Now, when it opened to a packed house, he, played his part for the first show at 11 o'clock in the morning. George Lucas and Michael Eisner were present for the show.
No pressure there.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly. Now, Kevin would go on to perform this role for 27 years. He would perform sometimes 4 shows a day, sometimes 8 shows a day if he worked a double shift. He basically became a Disney celebrity. People would see him in public. They try to figure out why he looked familiar. He would go to his kids' parents' day at school and bring his Indiana Jones fedora and off his bullwhip skills and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
But
he like whipped the teacher. They gave his kid a bad grade.
He whipped everybody's heads off like Catwoman.
This sounds like something out of WandaVision. Like, that dude keeps showing up in the Indiana Jones outfit. Oh, what is with him? What is going on? There must be some problems at home.
But he would perform this role for 27 years, and he's still a member of the cast. He's actually plays the part of the director from time to time.
Okay.
And will still play the indie role if he's needed. And so, so he is one of the original. He is the original indie in that show and is still with that show now.
That's amazing, because I didn't know that. I thought that the guy who played Indy was like a stunt guy. Like, he actually worked as a stunt man.
Like an actual stunt man they brought in.
Yes.
I mean, he was a cast member. He was working at Hoop-de-Doo and applied for the role.
That's
awesome.
so interesting. That, we need you to go from singing and dancing to doing this. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty awesome.
Was he like a good Harrison Ford lookalike or something?
I don't know. Like, I'd have to see him. I mean, if you see him in person, he just looks like a pretty built dude.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess that far away on the stage and stuff, he could pass.
But he's moving a lot.
And he's not the only indie, of course. There's several.
I got to tell you, to have a gig that long, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. But he was one of the originals.
Yeah. That's pretty envious. Yeah.
That's a pretty physically intensive gig to have, too.
Yeah, it'd be great because
exactly.
you keep yourself healthy.
I like that. The whole idea, like how Kevin breaks that down. It's like, it's not even like, it's a gig. That's what it is. It's a gig. Mm-hmm. You're an artist. It's a gig. You're Indiana
And
Jones.
to have one for that long,
right?
Speaks a lot, because for artists, that's hard to come by.
Yeah,
it's
don't
like-
stay
You're
too
lucky.
long.
Not even the Broadway guys get a gig that long, unless you're on the Cats.
All right. So as we leave Indiana Jones, we're going to head over to the Backlot Express. Now, this is one of the few things that have been there since opening day. Mm-hmm. It's themed like a warehouse of movie props and production items. Gives you a look behind the scenes as what it takes to make a movie come alive.
Yeah.
You could spend a lot of time here looking at all the different stunt gear, props, backgrounds, sculptures. There's just so much to see here. But here's a few highlights. All right, so if you look on the ceiling, you'll see a small yellow submarine. Now, this was used in the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea attraction.
Oh, a yellow submarine.
Now, don't get confused. It's not a ride vehicle.
Okay.
It was just it was like a prop in the attraction that you would see as you were on the attraction. It's a little small miniature submarine, and it was used as a prop inside the attraction.
I was about to say, because the ride vehicles we rode in Walt Disney World were not yellow.
They wouldn't fit in this one. If you see how big this is, you would not. I don't even think like 2 people could fit inside this little thing.
I feel large in that one. I say as I look at you.
That's a lot.
I don't say nothing.
Just maintain eye contact when you do it.
So do you have a yellow submarine, Kevin?
I mark Asian on the application.
Hey, that's terrible. Don't you get our show canceled?
No.
You do a haka before you say such things.
I know. That's why I got a mark. So, until they change those damn applications, what am I going to do?
The hell we gonna do?
What am I going to do? Like nothing like this.
Some bitch.
Oh, man.
But that's cool. No, I have to check that out next time.
No, that is
I remember
cool-
that riding through the ride, seeing the little yellow thing. It looks like an exploratory submarine.
Yeah, I don't even remember that submarine. I really
It was
don't.
a fleeting moment.
It
was.
was so long ago. It's
It was
so long ago.
long.
You blink and it's gone.
So
Yes.
long.
You're missing out. You're missing out.
Lord, man, I wonder if I ever hit that damn thing.
And
with
that
my
was an
quarters.
Echo Lake, if I ever heard it.
That's it.
Echo.
That's it.
Oh man! Now, also, if you look on top of one of the sections, I forget which section it is, but there's a wooden mold that was used to create the Mesa Verde scene in Horizon.
Oh.
Yeah, it's right next to your yellow submarine.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's looks like almost like a pair of scissors
That's-
if you don't look at it closely.
Mesa
Yeah.
Verde.
Does not
Mesa
look like.
Verde.
Yes.
It looks like it could be in Star Wars or something.
Wasn't that little vehicle in the Orange Grove that had the fans? Yeah. So okay.
There's also different little areas in there, and there's a stunt double area, which, if you notice, appropriately has a first aid kit. Which, there's stunt doubles.
No surgery room.
Yeah. There's also a sculpture mold of Lampwick, who, of course, is Pinocchio's friend who was transformed into a donkey on Pleasure Island. Now,
No, that was this chandelier with Belle, right?
Oh,
Lampwick.
no. Lampwick.
What?
That candle thing, candelabra.
Be our guest.
Yes.
Spoke with a French accent.
Yes.
Love feather dusters.
Yes. But moonlighting on Law and Order. Jerry Orbach, man. He's on Law and Order as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's very good. No, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. It was Lampwick. Go ahead.
This mold was used to create the Lampwick figure for Pinocchio's Daring Journey, which is located in Tokyo Disneyland.
Where I want to go visit so bad.
I want to go.
Me too.
I really want to go bad.
Let's do that.
No.
I gotta. Yeah.
What are y'all doing tomorrow? Let's go.
Shit.
Why not?
I'd love to if I
You gotta
could.
take a corona test. If you want to go there, you got to take a corona test first.
I passed the corona
I got
test.
that.
I got a low temperature.
I took one yesterday. I'm negative, so I'm good.
So I'm ready to go. I'll be broke coming back, but who cares? Need an experience.
I want to go. I really do want to go.
How much does it cost? Like few thousand?
Yeah, book us a trip.
Yeah, just a few
A
thousand.
few thousand or like more than a few thousand?
Lee, do you get a commission from this?
Lee, research this now.
Yes.
Not now.
Yes,
But
'cause
sometime soon.
We've had a lot of proper 12, and we're in the mood.
All right.
You want some orange juice?
Reel us in, Lee. Come on, you got.
You get some orange juice.
Just fill out the payment form. We'll figure the rest out tomorrow.
I'll feed you forever if you love me today. That's the lie right
You
there.
love me. All right, go ahead. Go.
Just say you love me for the rest of my life.
All right, go.
Because I
Now,
can't go.
as you exit the restaurant, look for the plaster statue known as the Staring Nun. If you'll know where you move around the restaurant, the nun's eyes will always follow you. Here's one thing you will not notice because it's not there anymore.
Uh-oh.
But,
Oh, no.
Yeah, the the Toon Patrol car from Roger Rabbit, and also the Benny the Cab used to be located here. You could check those out.
Yeah.
But they remodeled recently, and now there's tables and chairs where those used to be. So
That's a damn shame.
yeah, it's sorry, man.
Yeah,
It's-
poor little
It is sorry.
They got no love for creativity.
No. Has there ever been a character that had so much promise that they messed up as much as Roger Rabbit?
Roger.
Maybe
I
the
love
Muppets.
Roger Rabbit.
Maybe the Muppets.
Muppets, yeah. I'd say
But the
so.
Muppets, they're still trying on at least. Roger, they've just been like,
You talking about animated wise or just?
I'm just talking, is there ever been a character that they've just washed their hands of?
Oh, just
As
like
if
this?
he's toxic. I mean, Charles Fleischer is still living. He's a great Roger Rabbit. He's a funny guy.
Great talent.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
He still has his ride in Disneyland, so thankful for that.
yeah, absolutely thankful for that. But I mean, has there ever been a character they just kind of washed their hands? Like, if you look at Muppets, like you can understand Jim Henson died. Richard Hunt died. Jerry Nelson. I mean, there's so many of the original Muppet performers. You got Muppets. This isn't the real Muppets anymore. The original performer of Roger Rabbit is still around, and they have just washed their hands of this character.
It's a shame.
As if he was toxic. And Roger never did anything wrong, to my knowledge.
Yeah, there's no controversy around Roger Rabbit or anything.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he's so underutilized. It's everyone that watches that movie loves it.
Maybe because his wife's too hot.
Yeah, well, because of that.
Because what?
His wife's too hot. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
They can't
Kathleen
handle his wife.
Turner, she's still around as well, man. She could still do Jessica Rabbit. But I mean, I think it was because back in the day, like, they needed to get Steven Spielberg's permission to do anything with Roger Rabbit. But
I shouldn't have to worry about that now, though.
That's what I'm saying. Is like in today's day and age, I mean, I can't imagine Steven Spielberg gives any shits about, Roger Rabbit. I'm sure he's beyond Roger Rabbit. But
shoot, I'm just glad
Disney's
he's
just
on,
like,
I'm just glad he's on D+. I mean,
I am too. Yes.
I like. I mean, my youngest loves Roger Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was like a real impact of his time, like the mixture of real people and like an animated.
Well, I love it.
That was the thing.
I love it because it combined all the cartoons I used to watch. They had like the Warner Brothers guys and they had the Disney guys. It was like, I'm in heaven.
Well, not just that. I mean, it's like it was the last performance of Mel Blanc. As Bugs Bunny and all of his classic characters that he did in that film. I mean, it's too many to name.
That is true.
But I mean, it was the last performance of him in. It just marked the beginning of something special, and it just because you remember that's how they tried to pull you in. Come see Dick Tracy. Why? Because there's a Roger Rabbit short. Come
Just
see
before,
Honey.
yeah.
What I can't remember. I think it was Honey I Shrunk the Kids. I can't remember. But there was another one. It was like, come see this. Why? Because there's the Roger Rabbit short. They kept enticing you to go to see more Roger Rabbit until they get to a point where, it had been too long. We all forgot, and the world moved on, and Roger got marginalized. But
that might be a good
it really
topic.
is
What happened to
probably
Roger Rabbit?
yeah, one of the most tragic figures. Like Stitch had a shelf life. They worked Stitch. And Stitch, they jammed him down your throat until you were sick of him.
He's still
Roger, like they never really got to.
Now you think maybe it's if they couldn't find a way to incorporate him in the parks? That's just speculation.
There's a whole story about how Hollywood Studios was supposed to be his park.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The whole Sunset Boulevard area, that was all Roger Rabbit. Rides, attractions, everything.
The whole
eating dining locations, everything.
Of course, we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that for sure when we get to Sunset
one of these
Boulevard.
days. Yes.
Well, we covered the
that.
windows. We touched on the windows earlier, but yeah, this is sad. Like we started.
Wall?
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, for somebody to still be somewhat prominently featured, to not like that, the idea that you can get a meet and greet. Well, not now, but that you used to be able to get a meet and greet with Judge Frodo at the Hollywood Studios, but you couldn't get a meet and greet with Roger Rabbit, even though he's still utilized in that park to this day. Is kind of it's a bummer. It really is a bummer.
It's a bummer. It's a big bummer.
All right, guys. So let's wrap this thing up. This little tour of Hollywood Studios with Star Tours.
Wrap it up, Lee.
Star Tours, man. That should be in Galaxy's Edge. What the hell is it doing here?
I can tell you why it's not. You want to know why it's not?
Tell me.
Because that's supposed to be in the working studios area part of the park. Because Indiana Jones is the stunt spectacular, so it's going to give you a insight on how stunt people perform their craft. And if you go over to Star Tours and you look at the back of the
queue area sets,
you can tell clearly this is not. They weren't completed. They were meant to be sets. They want you to know
they only completed what the camera needed to see.
It's the last vestige of what MGM Studios was meant to be.
Yeah.
Is Grand Avenue. So that's what's so important about that, and that's why they left it the way it is, and that's why Star Tours is still there, or at least how they justify it. Now, that doesn't justify how they raped Muppets Courtyard, and we'll get to that. But
we'll get to that on another show for sure. It's I gotta tell you before we end this, I have fond memories of the original Disney MGM Studios, the way it was.
I do too.
It's whatever. Okay.
I have fond memories of Muppets Courtyard as of 5-6 years ago. Man.
Absolutely.
The first Star Tours attraction was built in Disneyland, and that replaced Adventures Through Inner Space. And so
that was starring Marty Short and Dennis Quaid, right?
Yeah, Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan. Yes.
Yeah. Great movie.
In that attraction, riders were shrunk down with a giant microscope. So in this version, Hollywood Studios, as you're joyriding, and one of the scenes, if you notice as you're going towards the Death Star, you'll see that same giant microscope off to the left just before you escape. So it's a little throwback, a little tribute to the original.
That's what happened to Randy Quaid too. No, Dennis Quaid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what happened to Dennis Quaid too in Inner Space.
Randy Quaid blew himself up in the alien spaceship.
Yeah, and on the rat.
Dennis Quaid went small.
Yeah,
Randy Quaid blew up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Randy Quaid was like, "Shitter's full."
There's too many Quaids.
I remember hearing a really great story, and I hate to put it in here because I know we're running long, but I mean, I don't know where else we're ever going to talk about it again. Yeah,
put it in there.
Where a Disney cast member was waiting, like at the at the entrance of Adventures Through Inner Space, and you know how they had that thing where they kind of shot you with the ray beam, and so you shrink, and now you're small.
Yes.
And the person kept waiting there and waiting there and waiting there and waiting there and wait. Finally, the cast member was like, "Can I help you with something? Are you missing something? Do you need help?" It's like, "Well, yeah, my son got miniaturized a few minutes ago, and I'm waiting for him to come out this way because he's like." Yeah, no. He's at the other end, and we kind of max because that's how they thought Disney was. That's just to give you the idea of the imagination that where people really thought you were miniaturized, and they brought you back.
Oh wow!
And he wasn't concerned at all. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just waiting for y'all to bring him back to normal size."
That's exactly what it was. Thank you, Lee.
Well, what a good parent. He was like, "Well, he's small now. He could fit for himself. I'm out of here."
Yeah, it's like a Willy Wonka thing. We'll just put him in a stretching room and
just put him in his pocket. He ain't got to pay for tickets.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a few of the droids in the queue here.
All right.
So one thing you may not know, but there are the certain droid called the G2 droid are also known as goose droids.
Oh, did he die in a plane crash? Or when he tried to eject? Take me home and do me, honey. No,
the real story is not as interesting as that. But
oh no!
Did they plug him up the battery with a finger?
I don't want to hear about your personal life.
400 pounds.
Well, I was trying to help your goose droid out.
Breaking that cement.
Jackhammer!
Hey, did you notice?
Did you notice this finger?
Did you know this?
Did you notice this finger?
Did you notice the sphincter?
I did not because I can't see your video. But
yes.
All right.
All right, go.
All right, so in 1988, the Disneyland attraction America Sings was being closed down. Now, many of those animatronics were moved to Splash Mountain.
Yes.
But the singing geese were stripped down to make the G2 droids for Star Wars.
G2?
Star Tours, okay.
Oh, that's cool. All right. They had a shelf. Yeah.
So when you see that droid with the kind of the long neck, he's operating on the screens there. Yeah, he used to be in the America Sings attraction.
He was a goose.
He was a goose. Not a gander.
Not a gander.
So, question. So then, does that mean the animatronics that got moved to Splash Mountain, are they going to be, what's the word I want, reskinned again since everything is changing
right?
there?
Oh, yeah.
Are they going to be taken out?
It could be,
or it could be like, hey, why wouldn't geese be in the Louisiana swamp?
Says they're all animals you'll probably find on here anyway.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it just be reused?
That's fair. I just was kind of curious.
I just want some little nutria scurrying around if I could.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing like good nutria.
Instead of a big bear's ass, you have a big alligator's ass staring at you.
Why wouldn't there be a swamp on a mountain?
No kidding. All right, so also look, now this one, it seems like, depends on who you ask if it's there. Maybe it's something that comes and goes as like a little secret hidden thing, but apparently there's an animatronic Kermit the Frog in the loading zone.
I've heard of this.
I have too. I'm like, that doesn't look like Kermit to me. That's not hashtag not my Kermit. Yeah. But I can see where some people would say that looked like a Kermit.
So there's a possibility. It's like it could be a Kermit, but it's not really a Kermit.
I think it's like a Rorschach Kermit. You know?
Okay, whatever you view it to be.
Whatever you view it to be. It could be a Kermit. It could not be a Kermit.
Could be a butterfly. Could be a Kermit.
No,
right.
It's Kermit adjacent.
Gotcha. Okay. Tangent of Kermit.
Yes.
Now, as you're leaving that droid room area, if you look up, you'll see two mechanical-looking birds droids, and that's a homage to the two vultures in Splash Mountain.
That's such a weird homage.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll go away when Splash Mountain gets remodeled.
No, I mean, it's not just that. I mean, because Splash Mountain opened not too quickly before Space Mountain. Like, usually to be a homage, you have to be something that's been around for a few
like
decades.
Attraction or something.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not disputing what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, that's such a weird homage, because I read that, and I'm like, I had no idea that that's what they were paying tribute to.
I know what happened.
What happened?
What was that?
Hey, how many of these things do we need? 4. Okay. Comes to the ride. Wait, we only need 2. Well, shoot, where are we going to put the other 2? Let's throw it in Star Tours. That's what happened. Yeah.
Okay.
Could be.
That's exactly what happened, yeah.
Now, as you're in the queue, listen for 2 things. There's a page for Grog Sakal, which is
Eli's Bumble name.
I told you not to tell nobody about that.
Sorry.
Told you it was a secret.
Sorry.
Chano.
No, it's not
But you're
Eli's
right.
Bumble name.
It's not?
You
It's
sure?
George Lucas spelled backwards.
Oh. Wow.
Well, I make magic too now.
That's what I bet you making more magic than Igor Sakal.
I bet you people. I bet you people like my characters better.
Chano.
You gonna say cool on that? There you go.
And then they also listen for a page that's asking the owner of a speeder to move their speeder. It's a license plate THX 1138, asking to remove it from the no hover zone, which is a tribute to the first movie made by George Lucas in 1971.
The green zones for no hovering or hovering only.
Wait, what's THX? I thought wasn't that their like? That's not the
sound.
first movie. That's a sound thing.
That's
right?
computer sound. Yeah.
THX Studios is THX Studios is or THX Sound or whatever is that is also named after his first movie.
It's like a
the
movie,
first movie
right?
George made was THX 1138.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like when you said the first movie. I thought you meant the first Star Wars movie. Okay,
No. The first movie George Lucas made in 1971 was called THX 1138.
Right. That's what I was saying. Okay, gotcha.
Also, if you want to notice this, check out the luggage scanner. You'll see some little quick surprises. You might see Chip and Dale, C-3PO's head, Madame Leota's in there.
Yeah, I thought that
Aladdin's
was cool.
lamp, all different things. Some Mickey Mouse ears.
They even had the robot. They had the robot from the black hole. Was that?
Oh, that's awesome.
I thought that was brilliant. I was like, what a callback.
That's freaking cool.
Is that on Disney Plus?
It's on Disney Plus, I think.
Is it? Okay.
That's awesome.
Does it have a warning? Because I might not be ready to handle
warning,
it.
like how old it is, or
I remember being freaked out.
Didn't we go over this
when
in
they
our
took
show?
the masks off those
it was
people?
one of
You
the
said,
scary. We did the scariest Disney moments or scariest Disney movies, and that was one of yours, right?
yeah. Oh, that was a really freaky moment when they took the mask off of those people and you saw the zombie faces. That was, yeah.
That needs a redo.
Now, if you may know this or not, C-3PO has replaced Captain Rex in the attraction.
You should know that.
Yes.
Yeah, you should know that. But you may not know that Anthony Daniels, who plays the original C-3PO, actually recorded those lines for Star Tours himself.
I would have known that because he didn't sound wrong. Yeah, generally you could tell that the auctioneer in Pirates doesn't quite sound like himself anymore.
You don't have that same step. Like
Right.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
tell. There's nothing like wrong sounding. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say
That's
that-
cool. That's cool to know they still kept the authentication.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Carrie Fisher also recorded her lines for that attraction.
That's awesome.
Good for Princess Leia, man.
That's
Yes, awesome.
For
Now,
That's history.
This is something I did not know, but I think it's a really cool bit of trivia here.
Okay.
If you're watching the characters that are walking back and through, walking through the spaceport, you'll see all the different little aliens and stuff. The stormtroopers that you see in that video are actually members of the 501st.
Eric Grubb, yeah. Go
So
Grubb.
they basically hired them as extras to film that.
How do you know that? I'm sure there's a bunch of divisions of stormtroopers.
Yeah.
The 501st, you had to see something.
yeah.
Right. No.
Well, I remember the
mean-
ones they used for the parade. A lot of them were 501st members. Like when you saw the parade going down Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because they didn't have enough stormtroopers and
But
stuff.
there again, how did you know they were the 501st?
I read an article kind of stuff.
there again, like there's got to be an insignia. What's the 501st insignia?
Well, I mean, I don't think they put. I mean, to be true to the actual thing, Eric Grubb can confirm this. I don't think they add anything extra to signify that they're part of the 501st.
So you just say I'm 501st. That's it.
Well, it's just like, you know. I mean, here's the thing: is like I don't know, and maybe Eric Grubb can chime in and so this because even the Marine Corps, they'll have like certain insignias for the type of.
I still have the coin up here. I can go look at the coin and see if there's like an insignia or something that they use that if you see it in the uniform, you know. Boom, 501st. But there's got to be something distinctive
for the average person.
I mean, that makes sense.
Right.
I mean, even the military does that. They have like, you know, you could tell that they're like the different divisions that they're part of and stuff with their paratroopers and whatnot.
Maybe Eric please write in and tell us.
Yeah, Eric, let us know, man.
Eric Grubb, you're our only hope.
I know you're listening.
Yes.
I know you're listening,
please.
boy.
We hope you're listening.
I want you to give us some details.
Tell us all of it.
All the details about the 501st. We just need to know how a layman as ourselves, how a distant fan who enjoys the material could look, and what are we looking for specifically?
That's true, because they don't have any sort of decal. There's no metal.
I've never seen that on a Stormtrooper.
Only from different. From I remember Eric Grubb's thing that he sent us. They had like a Maryland chapter that has like their own thing.
Right, but I'm saying
that. I don't know if they have that on the outfits.
No, I'm with Eli. Like I've never seen a Stormtrooper. That's the whole point. Is that Stormtroopers all look like one another.
Right. Like so, you know, if they had that thing on the back, they usually has like an O and an O and like a 1 or some weird kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like
is that
it? 501st or something.
Yeah. That could be sense. Yeah, that could be it.
Unless Disney's like, cover that shit up, man.
It's very wag the dog-ish, you know, where it's like, you know, uh-oh.
Oh, that's Eric Grubb calling. Eric's calling. Eric should give us the answer.
I feel like I'm on a telethon. We got a call.
Yes.
Now, we all know this to be true, right? Like anywhere you see a number on a
I know this much is true. I will say that.
True.
Anytime you see a number somewhere, it's got to have some kind of background, hidden meaning, whatever. So look for the sign labeled N1C7C01, which is a scrambled up version of NCC 1701.
I know that number.
I know that number too.
Yeah, that is the USS Enterprise from Star Trek.
Hey! Make it so.
Yeah.
Final Frontier.
Best starship captain ever.
Wait, no, that was Kirk was like.
Oh yeah, he was 1701. Yeah, that's right.
Picard was like there was like dash something, wasn't there?
Well, this is my ship with this number on
1701. That was the original Enterprise, but they blew it up a few times,
a couple of times.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Picard had the dash D.
There you go.
Dash D.
Double D.
You're right.
Double D.
When Tasha Yar was
because he's the best X-Man.
Yeah.
X.
Yeah.
Professor X.
And he had that chick on board. What's
That's
that
right.
chick name? I can't remember.
If you notice, your flight number is 1401. That references the address for Walt Disney Imagineers headquarters. 1401 Flower Street, Glendale, California.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
Yeah, and there's another reference here, TWB 3000. That refers to two things.
Oh.
TWB is Tony Wayne Baxter.
Oh, nice.
And 3000 is the flight number from
Andre.
the original.
Yeah.
Andre.
Yeah.
And Big Boy.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Yeah, but 3000 is the flight number from the original Disneyland Star Tours.
Well, I love the way you move, Lee. That's the first thing. I thought TWB stood for like, you know, the Walking Baxter. So
I like SWV.
Sorry, Pika. Ooh, but I am for real.
What?
Now, the gift shop, Tatooine Traders, is modeled after Mos Espa Village from Phantom Menace. Before it was remodeled, it was themed after the planet Endor, which is why there's a speeder bike outside of the gift shop.
Yeah, it was called Indoor Vendors.
No, it was really
cool.
Indoors Vendors.
It was like it was modeled after the Shield generator, where Han and them go.
Was it indoor? Yeah, I saw the movie.
It was called Indoor Vendors.
Indoor Vendors.
Yeah, it was a really cool shop. I remember.
Chewie, get down here and help us. Wait, no, stay there.
Oh, wow.
No, it used to be Ender's Vendors. No, I remember that fondly.
Ender's Vendors.
Wow.
Ender's Vendors.
Yes.
Well, what's better, Indoors Vendors or Tatooine Traders?
I like Ender's Vendors.
I like Indoors
man.
Vendors.
Indoors Vendors is very catchy, but it's almost kind of too on the nose, right?
I'm going to go with Tatooine Traders.
it's just a little too much. Like
that's exactly it. Indoors Vendor sounds too.
It's too kitschy. It's
like
kitschy.
hacky. Like whereas Tatooine Trader's like if you're on Tatooine, you would be a trader. Yeah, but
when you walk out the gift shop, there's a bunch of trees. So it's
that's
not on Tatooine.
As far as streaming goes, that's what I think. Because you got the AT-AT right there, and you got the little village, Ewok village. So why go to Tatooine now? You're going from Endor to Tatooine.
Because you just landed on another fucking planet.
Oh, I know. Because
no, wait.
In the middle of summer, it's like Tatooine. So when you walk out that gift shop, you're like, "Whoo, get me back in there."
Makes sense.
Bring me back to my Sarlacc pit.
It's hot.
Yeah.
I hate sand, though. It gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere.
In your crotch.
Watch out. It's not good.
That's it, guys. That is the Echo Lake area of Hollywood Studios.
Well done. Sorry.
Echo.
Dude, that was neat.
That's a lot. That's a lot to have happened.
There's so much detail in that little part of the park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean that's only kind of like half of that area. You still have the commissary lane, and you've got ABC commissary. You've got Sci-Fi Dine-In. You got that whole little area there. The Frozen sing-along, like that. That's another show in and of itself.
Yeah, who would have thought that little park has so many details?
Yeah, who would have thought? Like,
Kirk.
Who would have thought?
I would have thought it. You said pay attention.
That's because it's your favorite part.
Who would have thought that a contractor was hearing voices and that would lead us to something as extensive as this? I
can't wait till we get to Animal Kingdom.
When I said that, I understood your plight because it's really hard to get eye contact out of people these days. I was looking right at Kirk when I said that. And he didn't even look at me.
Now he's staring.
He's caught.
That was a reference to me. I'm sorry.
There he is.
It's tough, That's why the special people get the orange juice.
They've totally fixed it. It's fine.
That's okay.
Special man.
It's beautiful.
Indoor Vendor in your mouth.
But I hope you guys enjoyed that. As always, hope that enhances your next trip to Disney Hollywood Studios, and you can check out all these little cool details that you did not notice.
All right, Lee. So the next time we do this Did You Notice episode in this series, what are you going to talk about next, sir?
All right, so we just exited out of Star Tours, which puts us right in line to head over to the whole Muppets area. Muppets Courtyard, Muppets 3D, Muppet Vision 3D, Pizza Rizzo, that whole little area over there. That'll be the next show we do in the series.
Excellent. Okay, sounds like fun. Absolutely.
Love the Muppets.
Muppets have a ton of stuff and details in there that you may not miss if you blink as you're just walking by because there's so much. But look, we're looking forward to discussing that, man. And y'all, if you want to discuss anything further or if you want to point out other things that maybe we might have missed, we're about to tell you how to get in touch with us in just a little bit. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed that discussion about Echo Lake and Star Tours area of Hollywood Studios. MagicOurWay.com is the way to go if you want to learn more about us. There you'll find our social media links, past episodes, and more. Also, to get in touch with us and share your thoughts, you can shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com, leave us a voicemail of our SpeakPipe widget, or call or send us a text message at 1-815-WEEKEND. That is 1-815-WEEKEND. 669-4226. And of course, we have a couple of guys to do things outside of the podcast. First of all, got Eli, does things with comics.
Hey, Rob Liefeld here. Deadpool, Cable, X-Force, Domino, Marvel Comics, Image Comics, all of it. You guys, what is up? Eli Ivory. What a great name. Eli Ivory, comic guru. I'm here to talk about you.
Who?
I am here to say, check out ivorycomics.com. That's right, you. Check out ivorycomics.com. ivorycomics.com.
Why not?
If you're not doing that, you're missing out. You're missing out. The Savages comic cannot be beat, cannot be surpassed. You need to check it out, experience it for yourself.
I like you,
and
me.
you know the story. It's all about the glory.
That is a unique tag.
Congrats to you.
Use that.
And all the magic that you're making with your Ivory Comics, Eli Ivory, comic book guru. Check out ivorycomics.com, comic book guru, Eli Ivory, the whole package.
Who said to?
Deadpool said to.
Oh,
ivorycomics.com right now. Liefeld out.
See, first Rob was talking to Spike Lee, now he's talking to me. So you heard what Rob said. It's all the goodness that you're going to see on the Ivory Comics website. But what he forgets to mention is that there's always a link to this podcast, so you never miss an episode. There's always madness to be had. You can find me on Facebook.com, Eli H. Ivory, so as long as you're a real person, cool. But if you're a bot, not so much. Get on out of there. Project Geisha has a Facebook page. You're welcome to check that out. So Facebook.com, that's Project Geisha. Instagram, you can find me there, posting up likes and doing shares and all that other stuff. EIV504, that's how you can find me there. And on Twitter, I can be found at Hancock10166. So if you appreciate the madness, you're just bringing me the gladness. And thank you very much, because I'll never miss out. Never miss out.
Never miss out. That's never right. You don't want to do that. And look, if you don't want to miss out on all the fun that's happening in Walt Disney World because it's open, you can book a vacation with Lee of Magical Moments Vacation, so you can see all these wonderful details that Lee has just spewed forth into your ear holes about Hollywood Studios. Lee, tell them how to book with you, sir.
Just give me a call at 832-431-1621. That's 832-intersexual. 832-INTRSXUL. You can email me at lee@magicourway.com. Facebook, you can find me at facebook.com/Lastovica Travel. That's LASTOVICA Travel. Instagram, you got a friend in Lee Travel. And if you do any of that, we'll get you hooked up and booked up with no.
Intersexual Healing Lavika.
Wow.
And Kirk, it's so lovely to have you back here. It's so lovely to have you back.
Always lovely.
It's lovely back here.
Lovely.
Sexual chocolate.
Give me some round of applause.
So lovely. Yeah,
Quarter pound of master, yes.
Office of a week in sexual chocolate.
That boy good.
That boy good.
That boy helped out, boy. That boy good. Yeah, good.
That's in a couple weeks. Coming to America 2 is coming out. Kirk, how you been, man? Thank you for coming on the show again.
I have been awesome. Except for this past week, it was a little chilly down here. A little bit.
Oh, wow.
We bit. Slightly.
Is that because Captain Stan froze you out of the magic cake? What is it? Was that piece of shit thing that they do?
It's part of our Navy, dude.
The ship is like stuck in ice right now.
We need a new commander, though, because you, sir, should never, ever be casted out.
That piece of ship.
Yeah,
Piece of ship.
that's exactly what I said.
You're like a spore coming out
Piece
from
of
the
ship,
planet
Carl.
Avatar.
Yes. How dare they throw you asunder?
I do not want to hear
highly
it.
appalled.
Are they Kurt Marshalling you?
Yeah.
Because I did Kurt Marshall
man,
in
I
the
got
court
no problem
martial.
walking the plank.
I'm throwing the Magic Array flag on his head.
Yeah.
We're claiming you. That's it.
right. We're
Forget
the
the name.
generals
Up on
of
my
this.
head, face, neck, and chest.
We're the commanders in chief here. You will not be Kurt Marshalled. Yeah.
Did you say Kirk Marshall?
Yes.
Kirk Marshall. That's right.
What about?
I said, boy.
The Honorable Eli H. Ivory right
That's right.
there.
Commander Shield
Presiding,
around
that's right.
here. That's right. You will not be Kurt Marshall.
The Honorable Daniel Lawless over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe Lawless bringing the law.
That's
right.
Bringing the law.
That's
breaking the
right.
And you
law.
don't want the haka from Kevin the Stoke.
That's right. You don't want any of that.
You don't want that thunder. This man
that's
fought
right.
terrorists. They don't want a piece of him.
No.
That's right.
None at all.
I'm brown.
We preside over this here. That's right. We brown.
You got brown, black, olive.
That's right.
I'm Olive.
What did you say earlier?
You're olive.
I'm Olive.
Like
what
he's
did you
like
say earlier?
peaceful.
And I'm Popeye's
It's
girlfriend.
that alabaster complexion.
Oh.
Wait, does that make Lillian Sweet Pea?
I would guess so.
well, she
I
is
like Sweet Pea.
She's awesome.
Yeah, that's cute.
Lily
That's a
is
cute little
Oh, I guess
baby.
that would make my wife Popeye.
Yes, because she fights dudes.
Can I be?
Okay, cool.
She fights, dude.
As long as she's not in the. Because that would hurt.
That would make Julia.
Are you talking about
Take
before?
it like a man.
Are you talking about before or after spinach? There's a difference there. I think.
Those things are pretty beefy. No matter
Yo,
what.
she makes the spinach. No, no. The point is look.
Yeah, man.
You part. You done a lot
You.
for us. Thank you very much
That's
for
right.
what you do.
No,
for all
he
you
was
do.
Officer Mohican first, if I believe.
Yeah, but then the
believe that.
Navy took him.
Yeah, I know.
2016.
You're so much more than quartermaster. You're so
Absolutely.
much more than Lee's research bitch.
Pretzel Gate. That was you. That was all you.
Dollar master.
Yes.
Dollar master.
$1.25 master.
That's it, boy. You
That's
worth
right.
$1.25, son.
Magic Array Podcast right there.
Got a raise. $1.25 master.
He's in charge of our security detail.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. You're
First.
not for. We made you.
And then he wanted to venture out into the world with the Navy for a little
That's
bit.
it.
And now he's
In
back.
the Navy.
You're a good fella. You can trust this guy. He's a good guy.
Yes.
That's it.
The air is salty.
Oh.
Yeah, put some
Salty.
pepper on it.
Well, so are my nuts.
Hey, we enjoy those.
Yes.
Hey, if you want to support those nuts, there's so many ways you can do so, and you can find them all on our website, magicourway.com.
awesome.
I'm sorry. Shall I leave that in?
La 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 da da da.
That was a good transition. I like it.
Okay, I'll leave that in.
Yeah, do it.
Look, any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to take a second and thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome in the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So, Mohicans, ladies and gentlemen, we say Kwaherini. My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out!
I have every intention of eating those bananas for breakfast, but I still somehow end up with tacos.
Hey, it's Lee from the Magic Our Way podcast, and when I'm not stuffing tacos down my throat, I'm listening to the Mad Hatter Radio. Adios, amigos.